A good meal contains a balance of proteins, carbs, and fats. But how do you know which foods to choose to get those nutrients? When choosing foods, we want to keep 3 ideas in mind. First, that the majority of what we consume is fresh and minimally processed. Next, that the meal contains a balance of protein, veggies, carbs, and healthy fats. And third, that the portion sizes are based on your unique plan. So when planning a meal, the first question we need to answer is which protein, carbohydrate, veggie, and fat am I going to consume? As mentioned previously, we don't view foods as good or bad. The best way to view foods is on a spectrum. For example, when picking a protein, we want to focus on whole, fresh proteins. This includes things like fish, eggs, meats, cultured cottage cheeses, and beans such as lentils. Ideally, the majority of your protein comes from these sources. Now, we also have the option to consume foods such as processed deli meats, high-fat meats, soy, meat jerky, protein bars, high-mercury fish, and similar options to that. These are fine options and serve as a source of protein that could be incorporated to your plan. We just want to use these options less than those fresh, lean, and minimally processed protein sources. When it comes to carbohydrates, the majority of our choices should be whole and minimally processed sources that pack a lot of nutrition and fiber. Beans, oatmeal, quinoa, wild rice, farro, potatoes, fresh fruit are all great choices to include. Now we can of course include other sources of carbohydrates. Granola, pancakes and waffles, granola bars, white breads, pasta, fruit juices, crackers, and even some sweets are all fine to incorporate into our diet on an occasional basis. When it comes to fats, whole food fats and cold pressed oils are certainly full of great nutrients and are very heart healthy. Olive oil, avocado oil, aged cheeses, seeds such as chia, flax, and pumpkin, nuts and nut butters, and even coconut are all great choices to include into your diet. After these choices make up the majority of your fat intake, we can also include things like cream, oils such as canola oil, processed cheeses, as well as various marinades, sauces, and dressings. When choosing vegetables and fruit, it's very important to incorporate a wide variety of colors as they all produce various nutrients and health benefits. Green vegetables such as green beans, broccoli, collard greens, kales, Brussels sprouts, and snap peas are high in many phytonutrients such as lutein and flavonoids, which have many anti-inflammatory properties. Reds include tomatoes, pomegranates, red cabbage, watermelon, and cranberries. These foods are high in ellagic acid and lycopene, which are shown to have heart protective benefits. Orange foods include sweet potatoes, squash, mango, carrots, and citrus fruits, which are all high in beta-carotene, which is shown to support eye health and even reduce risk of certain cancers. Purple foods include beets, eggplants, prunes, and blueberries. Purple foods are rich in resveratrol and anthocyanins, which have anti-inflammatory properties that have been shown to lower blood pressure, improve visual acuity, and even reduce cancer cell proliferation. And finally, white foods. Things like onions, apples, parsnips, garlic, coconut, and rutabaga are often high in quercetin and sulfides. These are shown to help improve mental and physical performance and reduce infection risk. What I'd like you to do now is write down a list of foods you enjoy. Create a list of proteins, starches, vegetables, and fats that you want to incorporate into your weekly plan. Are the majority of these foods whole and minimally processed? If not, what changes can you start making? Where can you start to incorporate and substitute some of the processed foods in your diet with more minimally processed foods?